welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and today we have another pattern. I don't know why all the patterns are two colors. It was just kind of, I picked up a bunch of things, and I don't know, I wasn't paying attention to that part. But two colors. It is pattern number 40746 on friendshipbracelets.net. It's again where there's 4 out of 12 are the one color and the rest are the other. So what is it, 8, 4 and 8. So this time it's the darker ones that are have fewer strings, which again, that is going to make them get used the most, just because it's kind of equal, both of them, as the pattern goes, but there's not equal numbers of strings. So as a result, the dark ones get much shorter. So if you're going to try this, make sure you make the dark ones really nice and long. I didn't do any deliberate swapping or anything just to try to keep one from getting overused. But 2 of the dark ones get used just a little bit more than the other one, but it turned out it was fine. I had plenty for tassels, all that kind of stuff. Turned out cool. So this pattern took me almost 70 minutes, so an hour and 10, which is a bit longer, which part of me thought this is a really kind of easy. There's some nice long rows, and there's this other stuff going on. But then there was also this other side of me where I thought for sure that we were going to be going in way later. So basically what happened was I was about 10 minutes into recording it. My wife came, she needed me, so I stopped the recording. And then I did like 3 more recordings, and that's where the other hour came from. So I was kind of off, like I couldn't quite grasp like where it was or what was going on. In fact, like right towards the end of making this, I thought I still had a big chunk to go, and I had to count and recount and double check things to make sure I was where I was on the pattern. Mind you, there's 2 main differences in the design. There's the spot like that's already made, where there's the little dots and stuff, and then there's the part that's just getting put together now, where there's a big double kind of diamond in the center, and it kind of comes around it with the outer part. So yeah, so it made segmenting really cool. Things felt slow. I can't explain why. I guess it just keeps doing the same thing where it goes between these 2 different things. Like I said, I really thought this was going to be like, an 80 minutes or something, until I suddenly found that like I was right at the end. I'm like, wow, that was bizarre. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It worked out. Yeah, so this is all later in the day. In fact, it's kind of late right now, but I just finished it. I'm all excited, and then I got put together the video for me to watch of me making it, so I can like look and see the parts and tell you about it. I think I pretty much did a good job of segmenting and keeping track of everything in the right spaces and all that. But I mean, I don't know. Could I have done better? Maybe. I really think I gave it a good effort. I gave it a good try. But yeah, I could be mistaken on that. I don't know. I really feel like a lot of it went really well. Yeah, and I did try to keep all of like those little light colored diamonds, keep them coming inwards. It really came out really super straight. So I think that's part of it. Again, just trying to stay consistent, with whatever directions and stuff, just to make it kind of cool. I kind of think that this pattern would look really good if you enlarged it, if you took it from this 12 if you bumped it up to a 24. I think the section where the little dots are, I think when that expands, I think you would get like the light colors would have like an hourglass shape with little dark spaces in between. I think that would look really, really neat. So it's something I'm thinking about maybe for the future. We'll see. I have a lot of ideas, and I don't know how many of them will get done. I know that if I do 24 string bracelets though, it takes a lot longer to make the bracelet. It takes a lot longer to cut the strings and do all the things. So I'm kind of hesitant of kind of jumping in on things that are so much bigger that takes so much more time, because I don't want to fall behind. I am trying to keep the whole daily video things up, so it is what that is. So yeah. Oh, I should thank my Patreon supporters and my YouTube members for making the videos possible. They've helped me get a lot of string here. I've needed a bunch lately. Got some really cool bag ideas that I'm kind of looking forward to doing in the live streams. Got to finish the other projects first, but yeah, I try to plan ahead. I have a lot of great ideas, so we'll see how that goes. Well, I already know it's gonna work out. I mean, unless something happened dramatic to me, yeah, I've got a lot of cool ideas of what we're gonna do. So oh, so I mentioned the YouTube members and stuff. If you're interested in becoming a member, I can tell you there's a bunch of cool perks. You get to see some behind the scene videos. You get to see all the videos early. You get to hang out with me on the first Sunday of the month. That's always kind of cool. Yeah, I'm sure there's actually some more stuff to that, but I can't think. Like I mentioned, it's kind of late in the day, and I think my ADHD meds have worn off, so a little bit on the slower side. But yeah, this is a really, definitely changed up. I made a darker green with that yellow green just to get a better contrast this time, which I like this better. I think this turned out pretty cool. It's again, I don't know why all of these had two colors. Like, it wasn't my intention kind of going into it to do so many that had some bits that are kind of similar or whatever. But this is probably the most different out of the bracelets I've made here recently. And I gotta say, that's kind of good. That's kind of awesome. And there's the pattern itself is very striking. It really is. I would wear this. Like, yeah, I'm not a real big, green person, but I would wear this. Looks really cool. Oh, I say this a lot, but if you guys make this, I'd like to see it, so you could share it on Instagram. All you gotta do is tag me. Like, tag me in the comments. Like, don't do the thing where it shows up as like a picture of me. I kind of really hate that. Or you can just join our Discord, because we have a segment where like finished bracelets and stuff like that. So that would be kind of cool. But yeah. Yeah, you can see, like, I really try to come up with a system where the little individual dot things are, and tried to leave it open to be able to do the nice long rows when possible. And that turned out pretty awesome. Yep, and it's a nice long row coming down. Yeah. Oh, so this is definitely intermediate. This is this is not like the easiest kind of bracelet. So just a heads up for anybody who's kind of wanting to do it, but they're not sure. Yeah, this is definitely like an intermediate. And I'm at a complete loss. I cannot think what else I feel like I was telling myself like so many other ideas, like what else to share, but oh, you can tell like when I was segmenting, sometimes I do it on the right, sometimes on the left. If I'm already working on the right, I tend to stay working on the right. If I'm already on the left, I tend to stay working on the left. It's basically comes from working outdoors where the string was getting blown around in the wind. And so if you already have one side sort of untangled and everything's working good, staying to that side will help make things go a little bit faster. So that was like an epiphany a while back. I'm sure I shared it before, but not everybody watches every video. So in case you didn't see that before, that's kind of why. And yeah, it works out pretty cool. So there you go. Trying to see how much we got. Another 3 more minutes. 3 minutes. What can we do? Oh, if you guys have patterns you want me to try out, you can either just send me the pattern number, or you can make it a blindside creations and send me the pattern number. Well, either way, you still have to tell me which website it's on, because obviously both of them kind of work on pattern numbers. So yeah, the bracelet, the pattern number, the web page. And if you want it to be a blindside creation, just tell me how many strings it's needed to make it, so I can have the template ready to go. That would be cool. Cause I like doing those. Those are a lot of fun. Those, but for whatever reason, nobody's been sending me pattern numbers. So maybe I should mention them earlier in the videos, because maybe there's less people are watching this far in. I don't know. Could be. I hope you guys are still watching. And if you are, thank you. It does help the channel, believe it or not. That was I was watching a show, and then it went to go to the next episode and froze, so I was having to hit the button and stuff. So yeah, my wife wants me to watch this series because she's already seen all the episodes, and she wants to have somebody to talk to about it. And so I'm now trying to play catch up. So yeah. All right, we got like a minute and a half or so. Trying to think, there's nothing like I kind of told you all about it. I told you about the dark strings needing more length. Yeah, I just hope you guys are, you know, still enjoying these. I really am trying to keep coming up with new patterns, come up with new designs, doing all this stuff. So I'm kind of hoping that you guys like what I'm doing. If not, tell me, let me know. Like, let me know in the comments if you think I need to change it up more or do something different. Yeah, it's near the end of the thing now. I can see the bits. It'll be the end of it. But yeah, give me your input. Let me know, you know, maybe do something different or whatever it is. I can try to work with it. Here comes the big reveal. So thanks for hanging out with me. And of course, as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.